You know how Thanksgiving is supposed to bring families together? Yeah, mine ended with my mom crying, my dad yelling, and my boyfriend nearly getting kicked out of the house. So let me start from the beginning. It was Thanksgiving morning, and my mom had been up since 6 a.m. making her famous stuffing. The smell of turkey filled the whole house, and everyone was already in a chaotic mood. But under all that noise, I had this knot in my stomach because I was hiding a massive secret. I was 6 weeks pregnant, and no one in my super religious, judgmental, no boys in your room family had a clue. The only person who knew was my boyfriend Ethan, and he was coming to dinner for the first time. Now, my dad already didn't like him. Ethan works at a fast food restaurant, saving up to go back to school, and my dad thinks anyone without a real job is basically a failure. So yeah, the vibes were already tense before anyone even carved the turkey. When we arrived, everyone was in the living room. My parents, my grandparents, my sister, and my little brother Mason. He's 11, loves to eavesdrop, and doesn't know how to keep a secret if his life depended on it. The second we walked in, Mason grinned at Ethan and said, "Hey, you're the burger guy, right? The one who gives her free fries?" My dad coughed into his drink. My mom gave Ethan that fake polite smile that screams, "You'll never be good enough for my daughter." And I just knew this dinner was going to be a disaster. We all sat down, and my dad instantly started grilling Ethan like it was a job interview. "So, Ethan," he said, "how's flipping burgers treating you? Planning to do that forever?" Ethan smiled, trying to be calm. "It's temporary, sir. I'm saving up for trade school." Dad snorted. "Trade school, huh? Not real college?" And that's when my mom chimed in. "Honey, not everyone takes the same path." And her tone said she agreed with him. The air was thick. You could hear forks scraping plates, turkey knives clinking, and I just wanted to disappear. And then it happened. Mason, my sweet, clueless, secret-destroying little brother, looked up from his plate, mouth full of mashed potatoes, and said, "So are you guys still naming the baby Carter if it's a boy?" I swear the room froze. My mom's fork clattered to the floor, my dad's jaw literally dropped, and Ethan went completely pale. I felt every ounce of blood drained from my face. "Mason," I hissed. "What are you talking about?" He blinked, like he just realized he stepped on a landmine. "You told me in the car last week. You said not to tell anyone." Mom gasped. "Not to tell anyone?" Dad slammed his hand on the table. "Is this true? Are you pregnant?" The whole room erupted. Mom started crying, muttering, "Can't believe this. Before marriage?" Grandma was whispering prayers under her breath, and my dad stood up, red-faced, yelling, "How could you disrespect this family like that?" I tried to speak. "Dad, please just let me explain." But he cut me off. "Explain what? That you're shacking up with the guy behind our backs? That you've thrown away your future?" Ethan reached for my hand, trying to defend me. "Sir, I love her." "Don't call me sir," my dad shouted. "You got my daughter pregnant and you can't even afford your own apartment." The shouting kept building until my mom finally screamed, "Enough!" Everyone stopped. The silence that followed was awful. Mom's voice cracked. "Is it true?" I nodded. "Yes, Mom, I'm pregnant, but we were going to tell you when the time was right." Her eyes filled with tears. "And when would that be? When you're showing?" Ethan tried to take the blame. "It's my fault. I should have been more responsible." But Dad pointed at him and said, "You should have stayed away from her. Period." That's when Ethan stood up, and his voice, calm but shaking, said, "With all due respect, sir, I'm not going anywhere. I love her. I'm going to be there for her and our baby." For a second, I thought my dad was going to punch him. His fists clenched, his face red. But then he just stormed out, slammed the front door so hard the windows rattled, and my mom ran after him. Grandma whispered something about forgiveness and went into the kitchen. And there I was, standing in the wreckage of Thanksgiving dinner next to a half-carved turkey while my little brother looked like he wanted to crawl under the table. Ethan squeezed my hand. "I'm so sorry," he whispered. I said, "It's not your fault. He just needed someone to blame." But then my mom came back, eyes red, holding her phone. "Your father's gone to cool off. He needs time." We sat back down. No one spoke for what felt like hours. Finally, Grandma broke the silence. "You two need to smarten up. The baby deserves a calm start, not this chaos." And just when I thought things couldn't get more dramatic, the doorbell rang. It was Dad with our pastor. My heart dropped. Mom whispered, "You did it." He said, "We're gonna fix this right now, the right way." Apparently, he'd called the pastor to pray for us and guide us back to the righteous path. Ethan looked like he'd been hit by a truck, and me, I was shaking because I realized what my dad was implying. He wanted us to get married that night. Mom yelled, "You can't force them into that." My dad said, "If she wants to live under my roof with that baby, she's doing it God's way." Ethan took my hand and whispered, "We're not doing this because he said so." And for once, I stood up for myself. "Dad," I said, "I love you, but I'm not marrying anyone out of shame. You taught me better than that." He went quiet, like really quiet. Then he sat down and said nothing else for the rest of the night. We left after dessert. If you can call 3 bites of pie between tears, dessert. When we got home, I broke down. Ethan just held me, saying, "We'll prove them wrong. We'll build our own family." And the craziest part, 2 weeks later, my dad showed up at our apartment with a box of baby clothes. He didn't say much, just hugged me and said, "I don't agree with how it happened, but I'll always be your dad." Now, months later, things are better. He's slowly warming up to Ethan. Mom calls every day, and Mason still feels guilty. But I told him it's okay. Honestly, I'm glad it happened. Because I was done hiding. Thanksgiving used to be about food and football. Now it's the day our family exploded and started to rebuild. And next year, there'll be one more seat at the table for our baby.